Yes, Australia has healthcare assistant visa, that is AGECARE visa, a personal assistant care visa, disability work visa. It is actually called visa 482 specifically for healthcare assistants coming over in Australia, that is overseas trained. Okay, so this visa was announced a few months back and we made several videos, a lot of YouTubers. It gave a lot of people hope because people from all over the world that already had healthcare assistant qualification certificates were ready to shoot. Okay, and the government actually had a plan. They had a conclusive plan on how this visa will work. They had requirements for employers to meet before they can start applying or rather employing people from overseas. So they said the employer must sign MOU, okay, Memorandum of Understanding. So that was a catch there. However, a lot of people were ready. Many people did their skill assessment, ready to shoot. Today is to give you updates on what is happening so far, so that you know whether to keep going or to withdraw. All right. So if you're one of those that have done skill assessment, if you're one of those that haven't done skill assessment, if you're one of those that have qualification and experience in healthcare assistance, please stay back. This video is for you. Hi everyone, welcome to my channel, Jane Kenny's Creation, where we keep it true. My name is Jane and I live in Australia. Thank you, my subscribers. You guys rock. If you are new here, please do subscribe to my channel. Please do like my video, share if you can, and let's dig in. Yes, healthcare assistant visa is still active in Australia. It hasn't stopped. It's still going on. Visa 482 for healthcare assistant is still going on. Okay, so remember when they introduced this visa, for a recap for people that have not watched the previous videos, okay, when Australia government introduced this visa a few months back, they have a very conclusive plan. So they said, if you have any qualification and experience in nursing support worker, personal care assistant, and age or disabled carer, okay, you do your skill assessment. That's the first step. The first step is to do skill assessment with Australian Nursing and Midwifery Council accreditation, or you do with Australia Community Workers Association, depending on your own occupation, the one it matches. So if you do the skill assessment, that's when you get employer, you start looking for employer. They categorically say that doing a skill assessment will not guarantee you getting a job. However, is a preparation, is a requirement for getting a job. So you make your decision. Do you want to go for it first and look for a job, or look for a job, then do skill assessment? However, it was very clear that an employer will not employ you unless you do skill assessment. So people took it upon themselves to go and do skill assessment. And people like Jane Kenny made a comprehensive video on that to help people, because we have high hope. We had high hope. We have, because we still have this high hope even today, because there is still scarcity of aged care workers, healthcare assistant workers currently in Australia. Some aged care are closing, some are downsizing. Government knows this, okay? However, this visa they introduced, they had all the plan. So when you do your skill assessment, you look for a job, employer finds you and stuff. Good. They didn't even require English for skill assessment. They will say when you do your visa, that's when they will require, and it's a very low score that they needed. However, there was a catch. So Australian government did not just say to employers, go and bring overseas trained healthcare assistant workers. They gave them condition. They said employers, they have to sign Memorandum of Understanding before they can bring these overseas trained workers in, healthcare assistants, okay? Because it is under labor agreement. So they have this labor agreement, but yet they still need to come and sign MOU with the government before they can have a go-ahead. Okay, what happened? So after that, in July, the first aged care company signed memorandum of understanding, and that was Cutting Heritage. I made a video, remember? Okay, boom, within few days they were filled up, because their plan was to employ, I think, 5,000 overseas trained carers and nurses for aged care, for their aged care, because they have so many aged care facilities all over Western Australia. Cutting Heritage. Okay, after they gotten a lot of application, expression of interest, they said, okay, just do expression of interest. They closed now, but they will still reconsider. I made a video to explain that. Now the second company signed, so that was TLC Aged Care. I made another video. Remember, I always bring that video. I made another video. I said to people, go and express your interest. I showed them how to do it. Now, as of today, like many people have done their skill assessment, some people are still clamoring, but I have something to say. Okay, so many news and blogs have identified that so many companies that have gone to do their MOU was not approved. So many companies, a lot of people are asking me, are there no more companies that have signed MOU, this and that? Why I'm making this video is because there have been so many inquiries again. So, but I remember I promised you, when there is new employer or something that signed MOU, I will bring it to you. But since then, there hasn't been anyone. That doesn't mean that they have not been applying for MOU, but the criteria the government put for them is very high. So most of them are denied. Now the question is, why would you set this thing up if you're not ready to let the employers go and bring people? Why are you putting all these things? So the one self where they pay me most be say, they actually set up 2 authorities and told people to go and be doing their skill assessment. It was very clear. And these 2 organizations, you go to their website, it is very clear they got a lot of money from this skill assessment, a lot of money, because a lot of people, so many people that want to travel abroad today have healthcare assistant certificate. And most people that did from UK, from Flora something, yeah, I can't remember, but most of them got positive skill assessment. But the thing is this, what next? What is the government doing? Because as an employer, you cannot just bring anyone in unless you sign that MOU. They approve you. So they have not been approving anybody. So some people that have chatted me and indicated interest and said they want to go and do skill assessment, I have explained to them and I said, if I were you, because there is no headway, why would I spend my money to go and do this assessment? Wait and see if there will be change. Because I'm thinking if they waited and this cash scale in aged care industry is still high, they might be lenient enough to allow or reduce some requirements for MOU for the employers. Right now, they are using students, international students, to try to bridge that gap, but they can never bridge that gap because when they finish studying, they find something else. Okay? That's why they said if you are international student, you are studying in Australia, and you are working under aged care, you work limited hour. Do you know why they do it? It's because there is no one working there. They said if you're working in another industry, you work 42 hours per fortnight. But if you're working in aged care, limited hours. You know why they want to push people to aged care, international student? Because, of course, if you're an international student, you want to work on limited hours because you need that money. But I will tell you today that there hasn't been big hope. Okay? Please, slow from doing your skill assessment for healthcare assistant visa in Australia. I know that these 2 authorities, the Australia Community Worker Association and Australian Nursing and Federation Accreditation Council, they're still open for skill assessment. They're still collecting money. They're still assessing people. But you need to make that decision for yourself. I know some of you have high hope that it will work out. It may still work out tomorrow. There might be more companies, just like I said. They might be lenient with companies and approve them. If you still want to do your skill assessment and be ready for this thing, which we don't know whether it will happen or not, it's entirely your decision. Okay? Remember that these 2 authorities, they made it very clear in their website that doing skill assessment does not guarantee you visa. So they actually say that. If you want to do, is your decision. Okay, so this is the situation of things in Australia as regards to healthcare assistant visa. People have come here with that since the onset, since July. But most people that have chatted me that succeeded are people currently working in UK. From Africa to UK, from Asia to UK. There are some Indians, and I know there are some African, I don't want to mention the countries, they've gotten job through healthcare assistant visa here. Okay, there are the first people that push for it because they were actually ready. And I'm sure you know that for someone that have had work experience as a healthcare assistant in a first world country like UK, they're going to choose that person first before they choose someone that has experience in Africa and Asia and so on. Does it really make sense? I'm sure it makes sense to you. Okay, so if two of you apply for this job, they will look for where do you have your experience, environment that is similar to ours, which will be easier for you to adjust. Does it make sense? Yeah. So they consider these people before others. So yes, Australia healthcare assistant visa is still happening, is active, is open. However, it's not as open as it's supposed to be. It's for every country. That visa is for every country. There are not enough company employing because the government have not let them. Maybe they will let them in future. Okay. All right. So I said, let me bring you this update so that you don't think that we're forgetting about this. We haven't forgotten. We know that this was a lot of hope for so many people. Okay. However, hang in there. All right. That brings us to the end of this video. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do subscribe to my channel for more to come. Do like my video and share. And I will see you again in my next video. Bye.